pack by pack, box by box. There's little victories all around us, and I plan on achieving them. Hello. Doing a systematic approach to installing the tension board 2 is definitely encouraged. You're gonna get boxes of plastic and boxes of wood, and each of those boxes is representative of a crop. So the worst thing you could do is open all the boxes and lay out all the holes. By far the best practice is by opening the crop that you want to install first and leaving the rest of the boxes neatly tucked away in their nicely organized cardboard. So right now we're starting with the 10x8 in plastic. So I've got all of the 10x8 plastic set out here. So I'm gonna install the 10x8 plastic first, and then we'll do the different crops all in plastic. So we'll finish the plastic 12x12 today, and then after that we'll do the same thing but in wood. All right, so the holds. So each hold is going to have a number and a letter. So this one is 46R. When it has an R, it means there's an L that goes with it as well. So this is the right hold, and then there's a left counterpart. There are right-handed holds on the left side of the board, and there are left-handed holds on the right side of the board. So it doesn't necessarily mean that because there's an R, it's gonna be on the right side of the mirror set. It just means that it was an asymmetric hold, and it has a other counterpart that is mirrored to it. You're also gonna see on every plastic hold this nice little arrow. That's gonna tell you the nautical direction of where the hold is situated on the wall. Now, when you have your hold, you can go to the install guide. So you're gonna see all these crops. So right now we're in the mirror layout. You got a picture of what the wall should look like, and then we've broken it into plastic and wood. Let's say I wanna install this 46R hold. I'm just gonna scroll until I see the picture of it. And there it is. I see the picture of the hold. On the photo here, I see that there is an arrow, but I can also go over here to the table and see that at 9N, there is 46R, and the arrow is supposed to point at northwest. So what we're gonna do now that we know where this hold goes, we know that we have the right hold, and we know what orientation it needs to go at, we're gonna go install it. So I'm gonna go find 9N, and I'm gonna install 46R with the arrow pointing northwest. Come on. All right, so because I did my due diligence and I laid out my coordinates beforehand, I can see that this is N9. So this is where 46R goes. What I'm gonna do now, use this bolt hole. I'm gonna make sure that I line the bolt hole up with the hole in the wall. There's no bolts on this system. Everything's screw on because we push the LED light through the bolt hole. So it's pretty important that you get this right. Got my screw pack. I feel good about this placement. I've got it at N9. I have 46R and it's pointing northwest. All right, now I'm gonna sinker. And you don't really need to send the screws that hard. Just to where they get the hold flush on the wall. And there we've got it, 46R. So now, this is all set in place, but because it's a mirror layout, I know that this hold, or the opposite of this hold, is gonna be on the other side. So now I'm gonna go find 46L. And what do you know, it's in the same bag. So, if this is at N9, A, B, C, D. So this is gonna be at D9, pointing northeast. Let's just go back to the install guide and make sure that I'm correct. 46L, we're gonna go D9, 46L northeast. Look at us, sinker down. All right, now we should be able to step back The mirror's looking good already. Another note, I'm just gonna not really even think about it. I'm just gonna grab this next pack and install this and just go pack by pack, box by box. There's little victories all around us and I plan on achieving them.
Tell them about the new system we've implemented.
All right, so basically what I've got, Quinn's over here running the install guide. If you can do this in groups of 2, that's ideal. So basically Quinn is organizing all the holds as he opens up the pack and writing the coordinates as well as the orientation on a sticky note. That way all I have to do is come over here, pick it up. All right, so Quinn just handed me 66S. It's gonna be H13 east by southeast. These coordinates especially can be a bit confusing. So the easiest way to think about them is we're gonna point east, since that's the first direction. So I'm pointing east, and then I'm gonna point to southeast as the second direction. So I know that east by southeast is equidistant between the 2 directions that are listed here. So I know where east is, I know where southeast is, and so this needs to go right in between, just like that. Looks perfect. All right, so we're just about done with the 10x8 and plastic. So I'm gonna actually open the 12x8 expansion set. Then Quinn will break everything out, organize it, tell me the coordinates, and we'll just install the plastic holds above the 10x8, finish this box, and then we'll move on from there. But things tend to happen a little more quickly after you get the 10x8 installed. Hopefully we'll have plastic done today, maybe even a little bit of wood. And then I'm gonna come back tomorrow and sort of finish everything up. Well, it's been quite a day, but we got all the plastic on, which is very successful. So tomorrow, first thing, put all the wood holds on, and then we'll light pipe everything. That would also be when I would throw the LEDs in, but I'm gonna put the LEDs in right now because I've got an hour and a half left of the day, and it's just kind of the perfect amount of time to put the LEDs in, so I'm just gonna go for it.
Day 2.
Are you recording?
Yeah, now I am.
All right, day 54, installing the tension board 2. I think today we're gonna finish. I'm excited, energized, inspired, feeling creative and frisky, and my drill hand is strong. And so today the objective is all the wood, so the 10x8 first, and then we'll do the expansions for the holds, and then we'll install the light pipes, and then I'll connect the LED to the power source, and then it's just time to climb. All right, so I want to talk about the wood holds. First of all the wood holds also have a skew and an arrow. This is DLI, and you can see that arrow is pointing straight up. This hold is gonna be pointing north. We're just drawing on the back of the holds now. And so pretty easy in its place. You'll just point that arrow straight up. There are some more complicated holds within the wood set. So this is like just an odd shape, which makes it really fun to climb on, but it can be confusing to install. Notice that the arrow isn't perpendicular to the usable surface of the hold here. It's actually perpendicular to the screw holes. So like on this orientation here that I'm installing, southwest, so the gripping surface isn't actually pointing southwest. It's the perpendicular line to the screw holes that I'm orienting it by. So don't worry about the gripping surface, just worry about these arrows. So Quinn and I got all the holds on, had to tweak a few. One of the things that's really helpful, if there's some confusion about the orientation of a hold or something like that, I just find it really easy to have the app just sort of pulled up on my phone. The app is the right orientation Now we are going to install the light pipes, and we've already got a few installed here, but we have sort of 3 different things for the light pipes. And there's the shallow head light pipe, and this is for all of the holds that have really shallow bolt holes, where, you know, maybe it would be like a button head bolt, but there are no bolts. And then we have the larger light pipes. These are for your normal sized holds. And then for the really, really big holds, we have a light pipe extension. And I wanna just install one of the larger holds on the wall, and just sort of show you how we go about doing that. And then that'll be the video. We might do some LED videos in the future. If you wanna see more help on how to install the LED kit, just let us know in the comments. But for now, I'm gonna show you how to install one of the light pipes with an extension. First things first, make sure you have a rubber mallet. This is very handy, it saves the thumbs. This is 1S. All right, so this is a pretty large hold. We're gonna use the extension on it. And there's a graph on the install guide that will tell you which holds we want you to use the extensions for. It's not a ton. So I'm gonna slide the light pipe extension in like this. It'll fall out if I let it go. So I'm gonna have my light pipe here, slide it all the way in there, give it a nice twist, and then I'm gonna use the rubber mallet to kind of get it all the way in there. And there you go. Do that about 1,000 times. This is the little mini guy. So a good example would be like this SHL hold. It has a pretty shallow opening here. So I'm just gonna slide this in. And with the wood ones, oftentimes they go in a little easier, so that's all you gotta do.
Sweet.